which is Diddy. I know you guys have heard what's been going on with Diddy. There's been a lot of rumors surrounding his situation in prison. First, he was doing good. Then it seemed like he had a job doing some laundry. Now we're hearing that his release date may be pushed back because of a situation that happened in jail. It's being alleged that Diddy was involved in partaking in a little bit of some toilet wine. Boy, this story just gets crazier and crazier. We're going to go ahead and get into it here, what's being reported, and then we'll actually get into some of the facts surrounding what's going to happen to Diddy moving forward if this turns out to be true. Check this out from E! News.
Sean Diddy Combs is setting the record straight about his life behind bars, following a report that said the rap mogul, who is serving a 4-year sentence for 2 prostitution-related convictions, was caught drinking homemade alcohol in prison. His spokesperson emphatically denies the allegation, telling People magazine in a statement published November 9th, there have been several false and reckless reports circulating about Mr. Combs. He has not violated any prison rules. His sobriety and self-discipline are priorities, and he is taking them seriously. The 56-year-old was recently transferred to a low-security correctional facility in New Jersey after spending over a year at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. At the new institution, he was alleged to have created a mixture of Fanta, sugar, and apples, which ferments into alcohol after 2 weeks, TMZ reported. The spokesperson continues, this is only his first week at FCI Fort Dix, and unfortunately, rumors will surface throughout his time there. We asked the public and press to give him the benefit of the doubt, the privacy to focus on his personal growth, and the grace to move forward in peace. E! News has reached out to Combs' rep for further comment, but has not yet heard back. And while the rapper, who was acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering charges in July, remains in federal custody, his official release date is set May 8th, 2028, according to records viewed by E! News.
All right, so y'all know Diddy is over there at Fort Dix, all right? Hanging out, making some toilet wine, having a good time. And of course, 50 Cent was going to comment on this. I'm going to read this real quick, and now we're going to find out what's going on with Diddy's, how this is going to affect his release date. 50 Cent, of course, had this to say with this picture of the article posted by Page 6 that says exclusive. Sean Diddy Combs' prison release date pushed back after rapper allegedly violates multiple rules. 50 Cent said, dang, Diddy gotta chill. He gotta chill out so he can come home. I want to throw him a party. Man, 50 Cent is just one of the most pettiest I've seen in the business, but he's kept his nose clean so far. I can't blame him. So let's find out from NBC News what happened here with Diddy's release date being pushed back and what he's looking at serving time-wise as a result of this story. Wow.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs facing more time behind bars. His release date pushed back to June of 2028 instead of May of that same year. The news coming after reports of Combs drinking in prison, something he denies, after he was accepted into a rehab program in prison that could have reduced his sentence by up to a year. He's also been accused of making a prohibited 3-way phone call from prison. Here to make sense of it all, NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas and defense attorney and friend to Top Story, Sarah Azari. Guys, thanks so much for being here, both of you. So, Chloe, I'm going to start with you. I'm being told you spoke to Combs' rep earlier. What did you learn about this issue?
Sure. So, Combs' representative, Judah Engelmeyer, telling me by phone earlier today, Tom, that yes, a 3-way call was made between one of Combs' lawyers, who did bring in another person on that call with Combs while he has been.
This sounds like a Raven Liberty situation almost.
At Fort Dix, but that there was nothing improper about it. But again, that is not something that you were supposed to do at all. So those lawyers should have known better. As for drinking, he doubled down and said that Combs was not drinking and that, in fact, he's been admitted into this very specialized rehab program that Fort Dix offers. Is actually going to potentially lower his sentence. He could be released earlier because of that. So they're saying he's done nothing wrong and that any reports that he has been drinking is completely not true.
Sarah, you know, after his trial, a lot of people said he got a legal victory. It looked like he was going to be on his way out in a couple of years. How far back does this set him now?
Well, we don't know yet, Tom, because you still have due process rights in prison, right? So there's going to be an incident report if he, in fact, was drinking or there's an allegation. Then he's going to go to hearing. And if he's found guilty of it, then there's going to be sanctions. The sanctions could be that he could essentially be thrown in the hole, the SHU, the special housing unit. He could lose his privileges, and he could lose at least a minimum of 40 days of time credits, which is big. And I want to say this. Drinking in a BOP facility is as serious as committing murder in a BOP facility.
Is it really?
Yeah, as of 2020, the BOP changed the rules and reclassified drinking as one of the most severe charges in custody. So this is really serious if he actually did it.
You know,
do you guys think he did it? Knowing what you know, hearing what Diddy said as he was being sentenced, right before he was sentenced, do you think he would be this stupid and risk this? I think it's possible. I want to know what y'all think.
It's one of the most severe charges in custody. So this is really serious if he actually did it.
You know, Chloe, you had that great report on with that prison sort of consultant, Craig Rothfeld. I know you talked to him again. What did he tell you about this?
So again, the thing is that we don't know if Combs has been cited yet. It would be incredibly serious if he was drinking. And so Craig Rothfeld has said that, yes, they do take this very seriously, but also pointed to the fact that Combs, during his sentencing, which I attended, as we know, I covered the duration of Combs's criminal trial over the summer, he was very vocal about the fact that he had become sober while at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. He talked about how much this had changed his life and how he wanted to go and do better for his family, do better for society, and that he's actually been teaching these business classes while he was at MDC and wanted to continue to teach those at Fort Dix. So the idea that he would get into this prison, Tom, that has this rehabilitation program, and then he would go and drink hooch, this like homemade
yeah, did the prison consultant talk to you about how do they make this stuff?
So this is with, you might know, it's with sugar and I think Fanta, like a soda, and
wait, why would Sarah, why would you know, Sarah?
Well,
You've been out there, you have to make it some moonshine?
I was not behind bars
but
drinking.
this is something that is pretty common, Tom, but the idea that he would drink behind bars, especially while he's potentially seeking a pardon from President Trump, who
doesn't like drinking. But, you know, here's the thing, though. He was white knuckling. I mean, he intended not to.
And shout out to, man, one of the greatest investigative reporters I know, Dennis Byron, stopping by in the chat. He said, man, y'all stop the cap. Stop playing. He said the alcohol story is not true. I'm not buying it either. Diddy knows it's just a very short matter of time before he gets out. I was saying and estimating maybe a year and a half. Some people are saying 2027 plus, but yeah, if Dennis Byron says it and calls it right as he has on most of everything in this Diddy trial, I believe I'm going to take his word for it. He said the alcohol story is not true. I'm with Dennis on this one too.
He intended to do better, but he never was in a program. This is his first shot at actually getting rehabilitation.
Well, Sarah, I wanted to ask you about that because it looks like there's almost more eyes on him now post-trial. He's now gotten into trouble twice. I know he'll have his due process, but you have the drinking allegations, you have the three-way call allegations. I mean, this is not good for somebody who wants to get out of prison sometime soon.
It's not at all. But I also think, I wonder, Tom, how much he's thinking, I've got 2 pending appeals, my conviction and my sentence. He thinks he has a really good shot
of just getting out.
Of just getting out. And so this is all a wash. I mean, I don't know to what extent this is sort of this callous sort of thinking on his part, or he just is an addict.
And you were telling me today he's writing a book.
And he's writing a book, which could cause him more problems under the Son of Sam law in New York. If he's monetizing on his crime.
This is all absolutely terrible if true. I mean, Combs made such a big deal about wanting to go to Fort Dix. He's trying to get out sooner than the 50 months in prison, Tom. The idea that he would be violating rules left and right within 2 weeks of getting there is really unfathomable after, again, listening to him cry and sob in front of the judge just recently saying, I want to do good, I'm sober, and I want to be released to go home to my family. So again, and like you said, President Trump, he doesn't like drinkers, okay? He doesn't drink himself. His brother was an alcoholic, and so he has very strong opinions about that. He's talked about it. And if Diddy's seeking a pardon from President Trump before the new year, this is not a good look.
All right, we're going to have
not a good look. And again, a pardon is possible. We're going to talk about the president pardoning some people here shortly in another video. But I think, again, Dennis Byron makes some great points. He said them inmates trying to get commissary on their books. I mean, imagine the games that are played, even inside a nicer facility like Fort Dix. Think of the games that could be played threatening or being able to use this man Diddy, who has a lot of power, who has a lot of influence in certain ways. Now that he's there, I mean, who knows what could be going on? This rumors could have been started by an inmate just to show, hey man, you better act right, help a brother out, or things might be difficult for you in some ways other than not. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments in the chat. I'm personally not buying it, but I know a lot of the Diddy haters out there might. Let me know what y'all